My name's Dan Raywood. I'm a cybersecurity journalist. A good story is often kind of comprised of a lot of different sort of factors. You know, if it's just a kind of straight piece of research and you get someone to talk about it, I do that kind of thing quite a lot. You interview somebody on a piece of research that their company's done or someone else has done, and you get like third party. If I look back, one of the interesting ones from 2024 actually has been the attack on Synovis and therefore the NHS trust in South East London. For me, it just had a lot to it. You know, there was a ransom demand on a small company, which was pay this or we leak it, and they literally leaked it the next day. There was talk of business resilience, as we talked about earlier on, about how the company's standing up to this. Was it a targeted attack on the NHS or not? And for me, supply chain is still a big problem and something we are seeing a lot of people address and talk about quite a lot and actually know how to deal with it. But I think the problem with this incident, it all happened very, very quickly. I think most of the good content came out in about 3 weeks. So you really had to kind of keep on top of it. I think that being in the journalism world, especially cybersecurity journalism, is actually quite interesting at the moment because we aren't seeing a lot of publishing money go towards journalists and magazines. I've worked for several now, some of which have got smaller teams than they once had. Bear in mind that sometimes a publication might be one person these days. I work half of my week for SC Media UK. Doing content, and I think a lot of people think I'm there full time. Just kind of consider the fact that there are fewer people around. Also, and I listed the situation I've had this week. You might get 4 or 5 embargoed survey releases every day. How does yours stand out? What's the statistics in your survey that makes it look better than the others? I think to be a journalist in cybersecurity is quite interesting because there aren't that many of us. My heart goes to sort of anyone trying to organise an event because it's just trying to get bums on seats is a challenge. There was one incident once where I did a roundtable for this particular entity, and it was. I looked around and I thought, most of the people on this table are from that PR company. One of the senior directors from that company emailed me thanking me for my honesty, and I said to him, what was that all about? He goes, yeah, we couldn't get enough journalists to attend, so we filled it with our PR team and lied. You have that situation now where you go along to an event and you can tell where there are fewer people to kind of fill the spaces with. It's a really challenging time, I think, for everybody, and I don't see it ever being changed. But what is interesting now is you're seeing a lot more vendors putting money into publishing. So you're seeing obviously like The Record, the blog that Danny has started at Dark Trace. Don't think it's going to end there. I think people, content is king at the end of the day. If you can be seen to be a thought leader, that's going to get you the attention of potential customers more than just sort of a hard sell. So from that side of things, if you can hire people who can create content that fits within your brand, that's how I see probably media publishing going in the future.